welcome to our Sakata vegetable production series. Today we are talking rootstocks on tomatoes, specifically what you need to look out for and why or when rootstock. Johan, how are you doing?
Find yourself, Andre?
Now I'm getting you here on the ground, so
Perfect.
at the bottom of the plant.
That's where it all starts.
Tell me a little bit more about when will I use rootstock versus when will I use seed?
Okay, so basically the whole concept of rootstock is just to have the best of both worlds. So we will have varieties with exceptional yield, quality, and for instance virus resistance, and we will have a rootstock then that's got all the necessary root diseases. It's difficult just to combine those, so what we can do then is a process called grafting, where you've got two plants. You will cut the plants basically at a specific set point, and then you will take the one with the strong root system, that will be your roots, and the other one will be your sign, and we will graft it on top of each other, put a clip there, make sure the vascular tissue aligns, and then that wound basically heals and you've got a successful plant.
So that, and then I've got root disease resistance.
Yes.
And a good pump. Call it like that, a
yes.
pump which
strong,
I can...
strong root system that can transport the nutrients and take up the water, and you still have a variety on top with the quality and the disease, the virus resistance, and then the yield at the top.
Okay, now what are the things that I need to look out for?
Okay, so basically what I just want to point out to you is, yes, rootstock is a alternative. It opens up a lot of possibilities for the growers, especially if you've got a net house and you don't want to necessarily put up another net house. You want to sustain the growth, but you've got something like either nematode for 𝗍𝗲𝗏𝗲𝗃 or your bacterial wilt. Those are the main reasons why we would graft on disease wise. So for instance, let's say you've got problems with bacterial wilt, you want to sustain the growth, then grafting is an option. We have to look out for like anything in life, it's not just that simple. And basically what I can describe is we've got an insurance policy of about 20 millimeters. Yep. So here, if I take away the plastic here you can see there's a line drawn there on the plant. This is your sign, and that's your rootstock.
Okay.
So that wound has healed completely from a plant that's about 3 millimeters in diameter. It's grown to like this, so it's basically one plant. But we've got the sign at the top, and we've got the rootstock here. You can see no adventitious roots growing out of the sign or the rootstock. So this means this is a perfect graft in my opinion, with no and then if you dig down, you will find the roots there. No problems, a healthy plant. If you for instance have a bit of problems, just the plant next to it, maybe the trellising wire just collapsed a little bit, but if I take this and I lift it up here, I'm just going to open up here, you will see that the grafting line is there where my finger is there, but here we've got roots coming out of the sign.
Yep.
That will be a big problem going forward.
Why is that a problem?
Because the sign does not have resistance to, for instance, bacterial wilt.
And then
now,
the plant gets sick.
The roots forming there is adventitious roots from the sign, which does not have resistance. It goes into the soil that's infected, and it will pick up the disease. And then basically what it happens is it bypasses the rootstock, and then your plant can start suffering disease. So it's just something that I want to point out with. Always take care. A lot of the there's a trend, especially in some of the African countries, South Africa, is to produce tall seedlings, and then you plant the seedlings very deep. In my opinion, it's not the best case, even if you don't graft. But on grafting, it's very, very critical that your seedling plug must be at soil level, so that the grafting, the union there, is above ground, and there's no possible way that there can be adventitious roots from the sign going into the soil. Otherwise, you defeat the whole purpose of rootstocks.
Right, okay, so that is Johan from Sakata, our vegetable production series. Rootstocks, you know now why to do it and what to look out for, and make sure that the one that you grafted on top does not grow to the bottom. Remember, important. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. We'll also put a link on top or below depending on where you're watching, and then you can get in contact with Sakata to make sure that you've got the best crop. Till next time, cheers.